Dear families and friends, in the name of Archbishop and the priests of the Archdiocese of Bangalore, I welcome you to this new series on Family Catechesis with Archbishop Peter at 7. Every segment or every episode will have 3 segments: acquiring knowledge, activity guided, and the application. Now we will witness the first segment of this episode, acquiring knowledge. Our Archbishop will give us catechesis on family spirituality.
So, my dear children and parents who are with you, I understand you can't come to the churches now. There's no catechism. And so I come to your house now to share a little about Jesus. I'm so happy that you're all gathered together in your houses and ready to listen to what I have to say, what I have to teach you. Let me start with a small incident or anecdote about Mother Teresa. You have heard of Mother Teresa, one of the biggest saints of our country. You know, when she received her Nobel Prize, she recounted a small incident in her life. It seems one day a man came to her house and said, "Mother, there's a Hindu lady close to my house and she is starving. They have no food. They have 5 children and absolutely in hunger." And Mother Teresa says, "I will come," and she rushes to that house. And true enough, there's the family waiting there, all with eyes open to see something that they can eat, that's something that can be given to them. And Mother has carried a bag of food for them, rice or something for them. And this lady is so happy, takes that bag, goes inside and suddenly makes 2 packets out of it. And she comes out and says, "Mother, just 2 minutes, I'll come," and she rushes out. Mother is surprised, what is she doing? But then she comes back after 1 or 2 minutes and Mother asks her, "Where did you take it and whom did you give it? Where have you given that?" And she says, "Mother, you know, the next door there's a Muslim family equally hungry, and therefore I gave half what you have given to me to them." This is the spirit of sharing. The poor people share. They know what is hunger, they know what is thirst, and they know who are hungry, who are in need. And that's how Mother teaches us how to share to the others. So, my dear children, today I'm going to speak to you about sharing with the others.
A little boy of 13 was on his way to school. He heard a crowd of people laughing and he went to take a look. Thousands were listening to the stories of one man. He spoke with such wisdom, even the kids could understand. The hours passed so quickly, the day turned into night. Everyone was hungry, but there was no food in sight. The boy looked in his lunchbox at the little that he had. He wasn't sure what good it'd do. There were thousands to be fed, but he saw the twinkling eyes of Jesus, the kindness in his smile, and the boy cried out with the trust of a child. He said, "Take my 5 loaves and 2 fishes, do with it as you will. I surrender. Take my fears and my inability.
So, my dear children and also parents with you, you have heard this reading, a beautiful one, how Jesus feeds the 5,000 people. But today I will focus myself on that little boy who was the reason, or rather who gave something in order to be shared to these 5,000 people. The little boy. He has got 5 bread and 2 fishes. That's all that he has. Perhaps he brought it as a picnic box to see Jesus, to talk with him, to hear him. But then today, seeing the whole crowd, and when the apostles ask him, he gives the whole thing to them. He shares everything with them. So therefore, first of all, it's not important what you have, but it's important that we share what we have. We have little food, we have some clothes, perhaps have some books to share, or have something else in the house to give. This is way perhaps we can give to the others. And secondly, did you notice that Jesus thanked God before the multiplication of the loaves, before sharing it to the others? We have always to be thankful. We have to thank God. St. Paul tells in his letter to the Thessalonians, the first letter to Thessalonians, chapter 5, verse 18, be grateful, be thankful to everything. Our life has got so many things. There are so many people who come into our life, your parents, your grandparents, perhaps the little things that you have, and all these things that people are doing for us. We have to be always grateful and thankful to the others. And thirdly, after the miracle is over, rather, if everyone has eaten to their full, the disciples collect the extras. They don't just throw them away. They collect the extras in order perhaps for a better need afterwards. And therefore we also as children, you have multiple gifts and also talents. Perhaps some of you can sing, some of you can read, some of you can teach others, some of you can help your parents. There are so many things that we can do, that we are blessed with. And these are the gifts that we have to use for God, for the purpose for which God has destined us to be. What you are today is God's gift to you. And what you become in future, what you perhaps would like to be in future, is your gift to God. When you give a gift, you give the best one. You just don't take some rough things or waste things and give as gifts. And therefore you give the best ones. And therefore you allow yourself to be used by God, your gifts to be used by God. And as you also give to the others, you become a gift to God Himself. And therefore, my dear children, we just sort of meditate, reflect on these points, so that today's catechesis for you will be something that you remember for life, that I am a gift for others. And I will try to gift others as much as possible, perhaps my own self. God bless you.
Having completed the first segment on the Catechesis of Family Spirituality, we now move to the second segment called Activity Guided. This is to deepen the message which we just heard. In this segment, there are 3 parts: ponder, pray, and present. Ponder helps us to interiorize and reflect on the gospel by reflecting on the questions given. Prayer helps us to learn spontaneous ways of praying. Presentation helps our children to demonstrate the gospel creatively using different ways. Suggestions are given below in each segment for better understanding. So please refer to the suggestion box for better ideas. Dear children, after having completed your creative demo, either WhatsApp to us or email to us. The best of the making will be rewarded by our Archbishop. Dear friends, the last segment of this episode, it is called application. It is to live the message that we just heard. In this segment also there are three parts: personal, family, and community. There are questions and suggestions given in the suggestion box. You can make use of them to find ways of living the gospel message. Dear friends, it is advisable for you to create a temporary notice board, or even you can stick a kg cardboard on the wall where you would write your desired changes on this notice board or on the kg cardboard. It would remind you of the changes that you desired to become. See you again for the next episode on Saturday at 7 p.m. Thank you.